Dude.
I know. We got it, though. What's up, you guys? David Fox here, the Black Belt Realtor, and another episode of Keeping It Real Estate Podcast with my broker, Jordan Bobbitt.
How you doing?
And just a lonely agent, Jerry Bobbitt. You're just another guy, just another agent on the show. So we've got quite a few Reddit rundowns today, but one part of the show that we haven't hit recently is Tales from the Trenches. I haven't got much. I mean, I'm helping a couple clients. There's the one we got her pre-approved through everything, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I'm shopping in Ohio." I was like, "Oh, well, I can't help you there." I mean, I know the area, but I am not licensed in Ohio. So, what you guys got? Any interesting tales of the trenches that we want to get in before I go into these Reddit rundowns? Jordan, you look like you have one,
Yes.
and you're debating whether you're allowed to say it.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay. Well, why don't you stew on that? Take your time. I'm not forcing an answer. Jerry, you got anything going on?
I can talk to you about the 2 times HUD investigated me.
For being
Discrimination.
Discrimination against your people.
One was against my own people, yeah.
I think you shared that one, actually.
I've got 2. One was against my... I did tell you about my own people.
Yeah,
and another one was...
My own people.
Yeah, right? I think that was probably racist in and of itself.
I don't think so.
It's all good.
I'm just laughing.
It was one of my other agents, and I just happened to be there because I'm not always in the office. We're in and out all the time, but I just happened to be in my office, and one of my agents was going to write an offer, and this was back when the market was crashing, and you could pick stuff up fairly cheap, and people were buying a lot of stuff cash.
Like 08?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I could hear him talking to this lady, potential buyer, and she wanted to make an offer, and it was low, which everybody was rating low back then. And he's like, well, let me call the agent and see if he thinks it's going to work or not. So he called the agent. And again, our offices are pretty close, so you could hear conversations unless doors were closed, and his was open. And so I heard him, and he went back into the office where the lady was at, and he's like, he's already said he's got offers higher than that. She wanted to write a $25,000 offer. He's like, I've already got offers.
On the house?
Yeah. This tells you.
Where was this house
It was
at?
a little condo. That's all I remember. It was a condo. And he's like, I got offers above 30 already, so 25 is not going to work. If she wants to write something, it's going to have to be above 30.
I'm just thinking of working for commission on a $25,000 house. That is crazy.
Yeah.
That's like, what, $600?
Well, normally at that point you start doing minimums.
Yeah, you
So
did. Back then you were doing a minimum. We're not moving anything less than
$1,500
or
$1,000.
Oh my gosh.
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, holy cow.
You do that now for vacant lands a lot. I mean, you got a $20,000 vacant land.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing this work.
Split that 4
you know,
ways. Yeah. So
Oh my
It's not
gosh.
worth it. Sorry, but and then that's when you'll get
so
people asking for
yeah.
that.
So I heard the conversation, and she was like, no, I want to write 25. And he's like, it's not worth writing at 25. I'm not going to waste my time and your time because the agent has already told me he's got offers, cash offers above 30.
Of course. Yeah.
Right? She doesn't want to do it. They don't write it. She leaves. I'm thinking, not a big deal. I mean, it happens. I don't say a lot, but it happens. Somebody doesn't want to come up, and we already know it's not going to work. Why waste your time?
So you just so I'm clear, because this is actually interesting. Like you spoke to the agent, and he said, no, we haven't. He just gave you a verbal, right? Didn't show you anything. And then your buyer wanted you to write it anyway, and you said no.
Well, we said it's not worth writing. Well, why write it?
Yeah.
I mean, we're not trying to be mean, but it takes time out of our day,
Sure.
right? And we already know it's not going to be accepted. So why would you do it?
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Maybe they
She
thought
left.
Maybe they thought the agent was bluffing.
yeah. Well, and maybe, right? But why would you bluff?
Yeah.
I mean, back then, an offer was an offer. Take what you can get
Yeah.
and get paid.
Yeah. Oh, I see.
And it was a
Sure.
cash offer, so you knew you could at least close it quickly.
Yeah.
So anyways, that being said, 6 months goes by, and I get my little certified letter from HUD, and I'm like, oh, who did what now, right? So I open it up, and it had the street address, and it was a weird street, and so I instantly knew what it was regarding because of the street.
Really?
I did. It was just one of those because it was...
Oh, the street name you're
Yeah,
saying.
on the condo was a weird name, and I just happened to remember it because I was there that day. So I read it, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. So I called the agent that was involved, and I'm like, was there any more that I didn't know about? He was like, no, that was it. That whole half hour, 45-minute conversation, never saw her again. I said, okay.
The amount of memory you need to have, especially for
You
these
do.
deals, to go back, like...
Well, and that's why I always say to all of our agents, you know what? Keep track of everything. Email, text, write it down. Because, I mean, I've had stuff come back 2 years, 3 years later, and it has saved my tail. And I'll tell you that. That's another whole story that you just brought up. Back to this one. So I before I started to do anything, like I always tell her, know who you're talking to before you start talking, right?
Yeah, sure.
And so in this instance, I called the listing agent. I said, I don't know if you remember, you sold this property probably about 6 months ago, 9 months ago. He's like, yeah, I remember that. And I said, well, one of my agents called you. And he goes, to be honest with you, I actually remember the conversation. He goes, I told him it wasn't worth writing. I said, well, we're getting investigated now because we're saying that we didn't write the offer because the potential buyer was of a minority descent.
Minority, I
Yep.
see. Yeah.
And you didn't want to look at it because of that. He goes, do you know who I am? And I'm like, I have no clue who you are. He goes, are you in front of a computer? And I'm like, yeah. He goes, Google my name. So I Googled his name really fast, went to the website, and he was the same descent as this lady
Sure.
that made the accusation. So I thought it was kind of humorous that the same gentleman.
But you weren't, though.
I was not, but she
Yeah.
wasn't blaming me. She
She
was
was
saying
blaming the listing agent.
She was saying the listing agent said don't write it because we don't want anybody of her descent. So it was kind of comical.
Interesting.
So
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
So
Oh.
he wrote a nice.
Why would you? Sorry to interrupt. Why would you get the investigation as opposed to the listing agent then?
Because I was the one that was going to be writing the offer. So when in real estate, they will investigate everybody
Yeah,
that they
okay.
can. And since I was the beginning source, they would have went to her or him in this instance sooner or later.
Train wreck.
So anyways, he wrote a nice little letter, and I then printed out the picture of him.
Yeah.
Along with the investigation, sent it over, and that one didn't last but a minute, so they pretty
Okay.
much
All right.
that
So
one.
they. Yeah. What can somebody hope? What is the upside to that? Like, is there any upside in which they do
For
get
them?
like a large lawsuit, like $100,000 or $300,000, like a large settlement?
Yeah,
Like in reality, like is there ever a scenario? in
Oh
which-
yeah.
in which the end
I mean,
user-
if you are, and if they can prove it, yeah, there's some. You
Okay.
can go after criminal and civil, so you can
Oh, wow.
you can go after them, and you'll lose your license at a minimum.
I'm saying for the okay, like if they truly felt offended, but I'm wondering how much is it? Is it just? I don't know if they're just disgruntled. Like there's no shot. You know, like what's the point of it? Because if you're the lawyer and you're like, if you're the lawyer, why are you taking that case? Or they went to
not.
HUD.
They're just
They
reporting
went
straight to HUD.
I
Yeah.
see.
Sure,
should
but if
report
they
straight
win
to HUD.
that on HUD, now you can go after the civil.
I see.
Because now you've already been proven guilty
Okay.
with HUD,
I see.
which is
Okay.
going to look good on a civil matter.
I
So
see.
now you go to the attorney, then the attorney's going to sue, and we've got errors and omissions for it, but it's still come
I
on.
see. It's a headache,
I mean,
yeah.
it is. It's just a headache. It takes up my time, and the sad thing about it is you can be 100% in the right. And there's nothing I can do to counterclaim. There's nothing I can do to say you're going to pay my legal fees.
Oh, really?
Nothing. I can't do anything to them.
Oh wow.
No.
That's
So you can bring 1,000 claims
that's stupid.
and have nothing ever come back on you.
At some point, they should just be like, all right, David Fox got another clip. We're just going to blacklist this guy. Like, we will not be receiving any more mail from this guy, David Fox,
but no.
filing complaints. Well, that's outlandish. Okay, so I do have another. I'm going to bring this up later in the show. But you remember that one scenario in which pretty much all agents at the closing table
Yes.
packed up and walked away.
And they still
all got sued.
still got sued.
Yeah, I'm going to bring that one because that one's I think worth bringing up later. Let's get into some of these Reddit rundowns, and we're going to start with you. I'm going to punt this one to you first, Jordan.
I was
'cause-
getting ready to read my text messages.
Oh, you got so we're sharing it?
I was gonna share part of it.
Let me do one Reddit rundown, and then we'll do your tales from the trenches, okay? Is
Oh yeah, we're good.
okay. I thought you were looking up the comments on this on this Reddit. All right. 27-year-old male. Is that the social protocol on Reddit to just say who you are and
Your
how old
age?
you are and your age? Like, is that like
Single,
yeah, I
male.
guess. Bought a new build 4 months ago on a 2-1 buy down. Realizing I walked into a trap. Should I eat a $90K loss to exit? What happened to it? Oh, it was
deleted
deleted.
it.
Oh.
So I think I can hold on.
Oh no. So what was this was
'Cause
the one.
You can read some of it.
This was the one where their where their parents. Oh, you have the thumbnail.
You can read.
Let me see. You got.
You can read the majority of it.
All right.
Do you see in the?
Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, it's the one where his parents got, hey, all, I need an objective reality check because my family is emotional about this, but the math is keeping me up at night. The situation in August, pressured by my family to stop renting, I realized almost immediately the loan structure is dangerous and the monthly burn is unsustainable. The number is purchase price of $774,000. The down payment was $116, my life savings. Current loan balance is $658, and so they're pretty much. I remember this one, because he deleted it. That's a bummer, and they his parents probably got caught wind of the thread. Yeah, it's what happened, and so he's what. What was the situation with the 2-1 buy down? I gotta read the comments.
I think he had an interest, or it was a buy down. I don't think he realized
after
it.
2 years the rates went up, skyrocketed. That's what it was. That's what it was.
They're capped.
And it was variable though, right?
It's a cap. It does. It can't just go like 10%.
It was capped, and he knew what it was going to be because in the
After
post
the 2 years.
he factored it in, so he already knew what the numbers were going to be.
Yeah.
But he decided to factor in all of the numbers and see what his monthly payment was going to be, and then he realized after he bought the house, oh wait, this is probably more than I wanted to spend.
Because I'm seeing this now. Yeah. Because now, like, if he whatever he bought it for, the $775.
And the market was going down.
Well, it wasn't. The market was going down. The builder was wholesaling. They were closing out the
That's what it
units,
was, yeah.
and so that is, dude.
So his neighborhood prices were going
The amount
down,
of
yeah.
like irresponsible parents, in my opinion, because that's his whole thing. He's like
Who's buying a $1 million house for their first
condo?
house?
It was a condo. It was a condo. It was a 13. He's paying $1,300 more in his mortgage than he was in rent for a condo in God knows where. I don't even remember where it was.
Yeah,
it
I
sounds
can't.
like Miami. Like, honestly, it sounds like
She moved to
90K.
Lincoln Park.
90K. Yeah. As someone who bought 1.5 years ago. All right, so I mean, we could. This is bad. Jordan, what's your take? What's your take?
I'll let you take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of discussed this one too a little bit, and I was laughing because he sounded like he knew he overspent.
Before.
But
Income and price alone is to me
but
like
he decided, or he figured it out after he bought. It was like, hey guys, I'm gonna buy this house. I got this amount of money. Oh yeah, I can do it. And then he did the numbers. Then he was like, oh wait, maybe I can't. And it was just someone needed to just talk to him and be like, are you sure beforehand? Because and this happens a lot, especially to first time home buyers. They just think that they have to, and then someone talks to them, and you're like, I had a first time home buyer, and I actually talked myself out of a sale, but it was her first house. She only saw, or her first showing, so she only looked at one house. She could have got it under contract, but she was just like, I don't know, like this is it. And we're like, we were both helping her, and we're like, look, it's a good deal, it's a good price and everything, but if you don't know, then you don't know. Like, this is your first house.
If you're not comfortable, don't do it.
Then don't do it.
And that is textbook. I tell my clients the same thing. Contrary to popular belief, another house will always come along. Like it will, and don't let the FOMO, because they were looking in, dude. Their buy box is tough. Like, it's like there's like 3 streets in Allen Park in which they're looking for, and they want it's a 4-bedroom. They're looking for a needle in a haystack.
Yeah.
They're honestly they're waiting for someone to die. Is what they're doing. And there was this one, and they wanted like $575 or something, And they're like, well, we need, multiple offers. We need an answer right now. And they had been shopping like a week. I was like, guys, whoa. No, no, like if we had been shopping for 3 months and it's a little over budget, it's 50 grand over budget, you could swing it. But like, how bad do you want it? A weekend, we're not even there. Like to me, I'm not forcing that because
it was the first house she looked at. It was a first time home buyer. It was right at the top of the budget. And it was just like
first house. You need at least see like 7 or 8.
Well, I mean, there's some people who know, hey, but it wasn't. Yeah, I really, really like this house. It's a good house. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a good price.
Yeah.
So it was a logic, and she just emotionally wasn't there. And that's where I was just like, and I could see it.
Was
in her
it a
face.
money thing for them?
No, it was just, I think it was just, she was nervous and we were telling her it's a good price. So she was going to put the offer in.
Oh, I see.
And then I could see that look in her face. Like she just wasn't sure. And I'm like, look, if you're not sure, then don't do it. Like this is your house. Just because we're telling you it's a good deal doesn't mean you have.
But just because something is priced fairly doesn't mean you should buy it, right? Like there's a lot of fairly priced cars that I have no business buying. Yeah, absolutely.
And her response was, "Thank you. You have no idea how much that helped because I just felt like I had to because it was a good deal." But she goes, "I just didn't feel like it was right for me." I'm like, then don't.
How long ago was that?
2 years ago. Year and a half ago.
Is she still renting?
So she
signed
she
with
did
another
go,
agent.
No,
that would be. I wouldn't be surprised.
You'd
at all.
be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't though.
I think because she told us too that it was going to be a shorter term thing because she wants to get into a position at her job where she's going to be traveling more. So that was another reason too. Well, I was like, look, she didn't know if she was going to rent again or she was going to buy. And it was somebody we knew. I mean, you know her too.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's when I'm just like, look, like if you're not sure, don't, because if you're only going to be here a year or two and you're not in love with the place, and
that's too short.
Just don't.
My opinion. All right, so I think on his income on this case study, I think he was making like $120 buying a 700. How he even got approved? I'm scratching my head. And it's funny. Agile Cancel 4709 says it's not even a house; it's a condo. So he's got a lifetime of HOA fees and special assessments, and depending on the location, potentially pretty ridiculous insurance premiums.
Yeah.
Because condos, dude, I don't know about condos. Like I'm not a condo living guy. For me, tons of weird advice.
It's Reddit.
Yeah,
we figured.
Yeah, I mean they're like, yeah, you can refuse to move out. This guy's saying be a potential like. Squatter.
Yeah,
this is advice that he's getting. Your credit shot, but you have a year of free housing. Dog. That is crazy. That is
actual
outlandish.
advice that someone's giving and telling them to squat, and then I mean, not to get political, but take that advice into consideration for everything else, and you don't think people are using the system and scamming the system? Come on. Sorry.
All right. So, bottom line, always do your agent should be able to calculate what your payment is going to be, mortgage, principal, interest, and taxes within $50, and based on the sale price. So, and threshold, my personal number is keep it under 30% of your net take-home pay. Jerry's is under 12% or something. Whatever old timer like. Whatever. He's like, if you're spending more than 10% of your take-home on mortgage, before we get to our next Reddit rundown of a first-time, long-time home buyer in Michigan. Yep. Let's talk about your text message. I know you dropped your phone. Sorry, I'll let you. Oh, you got it. With your feet? How'd you get it? I didn't see you bend down. Oh, you grabbed it? Oh, I didn't see you. Okay. All right. I thought you monkey pawed it. All right.
No, I have to go back to So this was the other agent at the closing table.
This is at closing.
This is at closing.
So this text thread is going back.
I already know where he's going with this.
Jerry's like, hold up, don't share it.
It's okay. I actually worked one time because he was out of town at a conference, and he's like, hey, I need you to go do a home inspection for me. I'm like, okay, can't be that bad. Whatever. It's a condo. It's a condo, right? Now, I mean, how big is a condo? It's like 2-bedroom condo.
Is this the one you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Okay. Yeah.
So this
yeah.
is closing.
Yeah.
At
Go ahead.
closing, Matt said this should take 7 minutes max. ... I can see that's not happening. How did you handle their voice this entire time?
This is your client.
No,
No. This is the
agent.
They're
listing
talking
agent.
about
Talking about
they're talking
the
about your client.
I feel like they're not even real. And the list goes on, but I can't tell. But it was
I can't say.
it was bad. It was comical bad.
At
almost.
what point do you cut? At what point do you cut strings from a client?
So for me on this one personally, I didn't, because I knew if I didn't help them, no agent is gonna want to deal with it. Basically, like it was bad. Like they did necessarily nothing wrong. Like they personally
They
did
were
nothing
very
wrong.
sweet.
Very nice.
Oh,
and
okay.
nice
All right.
Jackson.
I gotcha.
Very nice.
I can deal. I think I could deal with that. Like
You do.
I think I could deal with that too. Yeah, I think I could deal. If it's obviously not intentional and you're not being.
I dealt with him for 3.5 years.
Yeah, if you're just kind of, for lack of a better term, either naive or ignorant, like
And
I can deal with that.
Mine
You
was-
think so, but I trust me
it's
when
when you
I
get
say it was
arrogant.
bad.
His was bad.
It was. I called and warned him beforehand. Like, no, seriously. I know you've been doing this for 30 years, but this is going to be a top 3. Just
It
What
was.
was
Yeah.
it? Was it
It
a top
was.
3?
It was.
Top
It was.
3.
Yeah. It was bad. I mean, just one.
Give me an example.
one-
Give me an
one
example. What are we dealing with?
We're doing a private home inspection. Private home inspections, you're looking for something that's mechanically wrong,
Sure.
structurally wrong
Yeah.
with the property. We go up to the door, and most doors, when you close them, have a little bit of a shake.
Play.
Right?
Yeah,
a
sure.
little play.
As they, by the way, as they should.
Right,
Like-
because
like,
if it's
yeah,
tight,
yeah.
means it's not lined up correctly.
Yep.
So you can, they kind of shake it and it moves at, 1/16 of an inch. She looks at me like, I don't want to say in distress, but is this broken? I said, no, it's supposed to be that way. You're good. Don't worry about it. That's it. Nothing else to say.
30 seconds later.
Are you sure? Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I'm like,
No, no. See, not.
Dave, let me finish.
I
Let
can
me
deal with.
stop.
I can
No.
deal with this. I can deal with this.
No.
I don't know.
So we walk away.
Like I don't know.
Dude, we're not even touching the. We haven't even got on the iceberg yet, let alone touch the iceberg. So we go to another
Am I
room.
allowed to ask? Are they from here?
You already know.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
So they walk through a room, come back to the same freaking door, wiggle it again. Are you sure this? I'm like, no, that's the way it's supposed
Is
to
the
be.
exterior door or the interior door?
It's a bedroom door.
Oh my gosh! So it's not even because I've got people who are like so concerned about losing energy, and they're like, doors
Yeah.
doors are supposed. A door is a moving part. It's supposed to have play and wait, so that it can function. And this is an interior door. And
Interior bedroom
and
door.
they're bugging over it.
She went to that door minimum 6 or 7 times and asked the same question, shook it, and looked at me and said, "Are you sure this is okay? Do I need them to fix it before I move in?"
There was a question like that she had at the closing table, and the agent to this day will text me randomly, "But does the heat work?" Because that was one of the questions too.
The topper was this.
Does the heat work?
Yeah.
There was a
She
mirror.
just didn't believe it.
No, part of it was I didn't know. So it was a heat pump that you needed to turn the fan on too. Well, I turned the heat pump, but if I didn't turn the fan on, then the heat doesn't come out. I didn't know that when I was there. They told me at closing. I was like, oh, that's what that switch was for. Because, I'm not going to just start flipping things. I don't know.
Yeah.
And so at closing, so it works. We're like, yeah, we just trust me. Well, and even if it didn't, it's a condo and the furnace is part of the HOH responsibility. So regardless, it's getting fixed.
That's sick.
Or it work. Or even if it doesn't work, which it does because we just tested it. So we went back and it worked and everything was fine. But of course, the agent still had to mess with me and be like,
Does the heat
"But
work?
does the heat
Yeah.
work?"
So
That's
the
tough.
killer was we're in the hallway and there's a mirror hanging on the wall, and she looks at it like, "Oh no," and I'm looking around like,
What happened?
What's wrong?
What happened? Yeah.
"Yeah." I'm like, "What's wrong?" She goes, "Is it okay if I take that mirror off the wall when I buy it?" I said,
that's.
I said, the mirror right here? She's like, yeah. She goes, will that come off? I'm like, yeah, it's just hung on. But I can do that after I move in if I don't want it there.
Oh, that's. Were they
And this,
My age.
Were they all there? Like, are they handicapped?
dude, they had, I hope so. They had
Hope not.
70 some in cash.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
I mean,
All right.
they were working, holding a job.
Oh,
Seemed like it at least. I don't know where she got the money from.
dog.
I don't ask.
Yeah, that's tough. That's like.
Now, before I did meet her and everything,
That's
I did
tough.
ask Jordan
Yeah.
my infamous question, like, is she
yeah,
single?
Is she single? Is she single? Hey, man, she sounds like she needs a man like you in her life.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
I require, or I.
From the
enjoy
sounds of
my
it, doesn't
sanity.
sound like she would fit in well with the Bobbits. I don't think like it would do well at the Thanksgiving restaurant.
No,
All right, so
definitely Christmas.
first time, long time home buyer. Lived here for 28 long, gorgeous years. Fiance and I are plotting heavily. Mapped out some prospects, but I'm wondering about the tucked away tips I either ignored growing up or never knew. Should I drink the Rock Mortgage Kool-Aid?
Don't do it.
Should I get a basement?
Yes.
So those were two. I read
Those
that,
are really bizarre questions to ask.
and I wanted to. I was wondering what in the world did he mean? Should I drink the rocket?
I'm not. I wondered if
Like-
there was some insight. I think it's just because they're so big, and like they're so.
That's what I was
They're
wondering.
so big and
It's a mortgage
They're
company.
large. They're the largest,
Yeah.
right? So like they're, yeah. So we'll go Jerry, Rocket, and I guess more appropriately the basement. Like honestly.
I mean, honestly, I think they're just. To me, it sounded like a first-time home buyer who really didn't know where do I begin, what do I do, what do I look for in a house, what's important, what's not important, right? First and foremost, the mortgage company and your realtor. Find a reputable realtor to work with
Of course.
that you trust, and then get their opinion, because every area is going to have a mortgage company, professionals that they like for certain reasons. We use Joe, right? Joe's been on the show with us.
Oh yeah.
He's responsive. I know his rates are good. I know he's not going to screw my clients around.
Yeah.
And if there is a hiccup, I can call Joe and ask what the heck's going on, right?
Yeah.
And if Joe doesn't answer, we walk over to his building.
Right.
That is and I'm reading some of these comments on Rocket, and it's just such a large, it's a bureaucracy. It's such a large machine.
Yeah,
Like you're not,
Problem with Rocket, and this isn't. I'm not making it up. I mean, it's just an unfortunate fact, and I would say 95% of all realtors would agree. The problem is, if you use Rocket, you send all your documents into employee A, and then you call back 5 days later and say, hey, where's my file? Now you're talking to employee B. Employee B says, I don't know, let me check. And then employee C calls you back 3 days later and says, we can't find your file. Resend everything in.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you resend everything in, and then employee D calls you and said employee A, B, and C are no longer with the company, or they've moved to different positions
Sure.
within the company. So can you please send me all your documentation? And then I call and I say, listen, what the heck's going on over here? And then they tell me, sorry, because of privacy laws, we can't talk to you about where the file's at.
Oh, dog.
So,
That's tough.
yeah.
Yeah. That's
And
that.
so-
That would send me.
And think of it, as a buyer, right? Now, if a selling agent,
That's got to be
or the
like a
listing agent-
nationwide CYA, because I know like we talk to lenders all the time. Like, what's up with this?
So,
file?
listing agent now calls and says, hey, where's the file at? I'm like, you know what? Why don't you call? Because I can't get any answers. So now the listing agent is not going to be really happy. And so this is where things can break down within the system. And, person A is blaming person B, and now the
Yeah.
the listing agent's blaming me. And I'm like, listen, I didn't want them to use Rocket in the first place. And I'm not trying to beat up Rocket. Rocket's great. They got good programs out there. But there's certain times where I just want to keep a little bit of control.
Yeah,
and
of
that's
course.
where I tell my clients, listen, you can use anybody you want. Just make them local.
Yeah.
Make them local so I can call them and talk to the same person from application to closing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And Joe knows if Joe does something wrong, Joe steps out of line, Joe doesn't give the right rate, right? Joe charges, or not charges, gives the wrong dollar amount for a closing fee and it's wrong, I can call Joe and say, dude, you screwed up. You're eating this one because we need to get this to work, and it's your fault.
Right.
Rocket doesn't care about Jerry. Rocket doesn't care about my client. If they screwed up, they're going to say, sorry, we screwed up.
Yeah.
It's really going to cost you $15,000 and not 12. You need another 3.
Wow.
And it happens, right? And so we've been to the closing table, and Rocket has been wrong on closing fees. Well, they'll admit they're wrong, but if we change it now, what happens? If you change the closing docs, now it has to go back to an underwriter
yeah.
to be approved. So now you're closing in 3 more days, maybe.
Yeah.
And so choice of mortgage rep, huge. Make sure it's a local person.
That's what a lot of people are saying. They're saying local. This one guy says basement, yes. Rocket, I would avoid.
Well,
they effed us over heavily on closing by not having the docs prepared. Had to wait a long holiday weekend to unpack. We ended up getting screwed out of money with our movers, and then had to try and unpack during the week. This was all on them not having the documents ready. We financed through a local credit union. And
so on a house, I always walk through. What are you looking for in a house? Do you need a ranch? Are steps okay? You know, because if you don't want steps, then we're only going to look at a ranch. A ranch is also going to be your largest expenditure when it comes to a per square footage basis, because the footprint's bigger, your basement's going to be bigger,
of course, yeah.
And I need a bigger lot.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't think about those things, but from a builder standpoint, all those are factors that go into the cost.
Yeah.
Some people say, ooh, I don't know if I want a basement or a garage. Well, if those are your 2 caveats, take the basement. Because you can always add a garage.
Oh, yeah.
You're not adding a basement easily.
Sure.
You can. You just got to jack the whole house up.
Yeah, I've seen it. That's crazy. Where it's $150,000.
I didn't say it's cheap. I said could. Exterior. Do you want brick? A lot of people want brick, or they just don't even think about it. You know, brick is maintenance free. You're good. Is it vinyl siding, or is it aluminum siding, or is it a fake? You know, so those are things. Updates. If you want, we always call them bones, right? Are the bones good? Is the roof, the windows, furnace, air, you know, are all those in good working order? Because you can always paint and carpet and change out cabinets and do things as you save up money and do it on your own to save a buck. So those are things that I always tell my clients to look for, in a house. If you're looking for the biggest house, for the buck, it's quad level. Just think of it with a tri-level with a basement. That's going to get you your biggest bang for the buck on a square footage basis because nobody wants them.
I cannot stand. I showed one quad level. Yeah. It was bizarre. Like it was.
It's like a maze.
Yeah. It was like the stairway into Gringotts. Like it kept going down. I was like, there's another level down here, and it's just. Yeah, it's like that. What's that? Optical illusion where the stairs go up, but if you take one up, then it goes down. Like that's what it felt like. I was like, who would live in this house?
Well, older people typically don't like them because there's a lot of steps, right?
Yeah.
I'm in that category. My knees don't like steps anymore.
I mean, it's only a few. I will say to that, it's only a few. Like it's like 3 or 4.
Right, but the problem is you're always doing steps.
I know. Yeah.
Because you want to go to the kitchen. Well, the kitchen's in the middle because the family room's on the lower. Yeah. You want to go up to the bedroom. Then the bedroom's going up 2 levels. You want to go. I mean, so you're always going up and down.
That's true.
And the same thing with people that are just having kids. They don't want the steps because they got infants and they don't want them falling down.
Builds character.
With you, so.
Jordan? What's your take on basements? Because I know they do seem to be attractive. They obviously they like the free, quote unquote, free square footage. What do you think, man?
Yeah, I was gonna say most people see them as a positive. I really haven't had too many cases where someone's like, "Oh no, I don't want a basement." It's always, I'll be fine without a basement, but I'd prefer one. So, he's asking for advice, basement or no basement.
Yeah.
Basement's definitely going to help you on the resale value. Now, on the flip side of things, if you don't really care about a basement, you may be able to get a little bit better deal on a house without a basement because most people do want basements.
What's your preference?
I like basements.
You like basements? Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you like make it like a man cave or like?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, depends on what's the floor plan look like upstairs. I mean,
I like basements. I'm 6'1" though, so a lot like
Well, that's why you got to get an 8-foot basement.
yeah, or a 10. Like
Yeah.
dude, my old house before this had 10-foot base. Dude, that is such. You want to talk that to me? That's like those things that like they're now luxury items. A house with like even 9-foot basements.
I think mine are 9.
Yeah, it's a world of difference because it goes from feeling like again like a little bit taller. Like my basement right now, they ran
Especially when you get the vents.
frickin' ductworks, dude. They ran this ductwork and I'm pretty sure if I walked under it, like I don't think it hits my head. It just brushes my hair. But I'm like that. I can't do it. Like I don't feel good down here. And it's directly they put it around or next to the I-beam, so it's in the very middle of the footprint. It's not even on the edge.
It's the cheapest way to run it.
Yeah. It's just like awful. And so basements are a plus. There's always and mine is poured. So poured concrete,
Poured.
I think, is a good.
Poured.
Yeah, poured. I mean, if you had the choose, right? Poured's great. And yeah. So first time, long time. I'm curious. That was 2 years ago, though. Hey, did you buy?
Yeah,
Do
right.
you need?
No.
Do you? Yeah. I was waiting for the market.
Waiting for the rates to go
Waiting for the
down.
market to dip. I actually should. I should come. Like, hey, did you buy? All right. Got 2 more. Oh boy. You ever read headlines and you're just like, this is. How is this even a question? Like clearly you're being told something you don't want to hear, so you're gonna go find someone else who's gonna tickle your ears. That's kind of my approach to this. We're gonna punt this one. I want to punt this one to Jordan. How much house can I afford in Michigan with a $54,000 salary? Single mom looking to purchase my first home in Michigan. Looking to purchase either in Macomb or Oakland.
Not just
Sorry, love.
54,000.
Sorry, love. Like you might want to change. I currently have about $350 a month in debt. It's not bad. Credit score 630. That is bad. I spoke to a mortgage broker who recommended an FHA loan.
How much debt?
She said it's
She
weird.
wanted
It's
$350
weird
a
how
month.
she phrased it. I have $350 a month in debt, so I don't know if that's like.
could be a car, credit card, student loan.
Okay, so 350. What else? That it?
That's it.
Yeah. I mean, as far as I know, people with that salary and $900 car payments, truck payments, like which is insane.
No.
So I spoke to a mortgage broker who recommended FHA loan. I will be 2 years from my Chapter 7 bankruptcy.
We didn't recommend it. It's the only thing you're doing.
Yeah. Who recommended it? FHA discharge. I will be 2 years from my Chapter 7 bankruptcy discharge date in 4 weeks. So hang on. Oh, discharge. So it's 7 years you're in mortgage jail with a bankruptcy, right?
It depends on which chapter. You have Chapter 7,
Chapter
Chapter 11,
7.
Chapter 14. So each one carries a different time.
Chapter 7 is, I think.
I think it could be a 3 or 7 year.
Oh, that's
I
sooner-
honestly
that's
don't
sooner than I
remember.
thought. I found a home for $259K that I love, but I'm worried the
No.
mortgage.
Yeah, I know.
I'm worried the mortgage would be unaffordable. Any tips or advice? What do you think I can afford? Edit.
She will be going to bankruptcy again if she does.
Edit. According to the comments, I absolutely cannot afford $259K. Like how are?
Well, if you just said you can't afford it, why
No,
are
she
you
edited it. She added
Oh.
it. She came back. What's your? How
She should
do
be at
people not know how to
maximum.
calculate the mortgage?
You'd be surprised.
You'd
I
be
mean,
surprised.
even though all you
I
have to
send
do
the
is
mortgage
pub-
calculator. all
yeah, I
the
was like,
yeah.
you just have to type in mortgage calculator.
Public schools have failed.
You know I partially blame Zillow because they're like, oh, your payment would no.
Yeah.
That's
That's
your
with the
principal and
20% down.
interest. Yeah,
Yeah.
And it's they do 20. Yeah,
They always do 20%
that's not even
down.
taxes or insurance. Taxes or insurance could be another $700 a month. Will be another probably $600-700 a month. In Wayne County.
I think they've added taxes and insurance, but the kicker still is
20%.
it's a 20%
Yeah.
down. Well, most people aren't putting 20% down. In fact, I think the vast majority of buyers aren't.
And
so.
I'm curious if you're at 54 gross
No, I just did
Salary.
or net.
I just did the math.
Yeah.
I mean, she shouldn't be going anywhere over 190, 195.
What
depending on
math
taxes.
are you? What math? Because I have to pull up the mortgage calculator. What are you doing?
FHA allows up to 42% of your gross. So if I did 42% of her gross, I think I just did 40 because I mean that's just
Yeah, it's-
stupid.
yeah.
And then I minused out her 350.
40% of gross.
It's stupid.
I'm not.
Thank you.
I'm not doing that.
That's why I tell people you don't want to. If the bank says you can do it,
No
doesn't
house
mean you
is that-
should do
No
it.
house is that nice, man.
And
Like,
so, at the end of the day, I put her at 1,900, which is around 200,000. Don't go over 2.
Yeah.
Because I'm guessing she's not putting 20% down.
yeah, she has 10 grand, so no. I was
Which covers your closing costs, maybe.
making 70K. This comment says I was making 70K last year, looking at 150, 220 homes, and 220 was honestly more than I could really afford. I should have capped myself around 200.
Yes.
Also, Michigan, making around 75K, and bought last year at 200K. Was shopping in the same range as you, and glad we kept it at 200. Allows for some breathing room. Yeah, I mean, dude,
Yeah.
get in the game. Like, get in the game. Like buy a house. And I don't even care if it's $200,000 house. Josh's was $130, 20.
Josh?
Josh was
Whatever.
105.
Yeah, he stole.
105.
I forgot. He robbed.
he got-
He robbed the old guy, and he got commission. Yeah, which is crazy.
And
That's
it was fully furnished.
yeah.
a
So
one-bedroom.
okay, well that's okay. It's a 1 bedroom. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think just that gets you in. That gets you in the game, man. Honestly, and one thing I have learned, I think personally, and this is from my years. You need less house than you think you do, personally, because
I can attest.
It's just more stuff you got to fix. It's just more stuff that needs your attention. It's more so you
More
you
maintenance.
almost become enslaved to this thing. Like if it,
Yeah.
and everyone wants this bigger, better. And my sister was we were talking last night, and
Any more
Did she like my joke?
squirrels?
no. What was the joke?
I sent you a picture.
Yeah. Oh no, I don't know. She's no more squirrels yet, but she has pulled out 18. 18, dude. And so I think
Hey,
that's
$200
six,
a pop? That could
I
have
think
been-
I think that's 6 more than than last time. So, but there's also like, I think it's strange the amount of family pressure, social pressure of like stigma of like, oh, we bought a house, because apparently she hosted Thanksgiving and the responses were less than cordial, for on her house. Her house. It's kind of an old farmhouse, tri level. Like, it's not. It just needs. Honestly, it looks great. Inside looks great, but it's not. They live in Canton, out in the burbs.
Yeah.
So they're comparing suburban colonial to whatever. And I was like, well, okay, y'all got 10 acres. Like, you don't have anything. And so
Exactly.
I think a lot of that plays into people. How big's your house? It's 900 square feet. They're like, oh, but what did our ancestors, but it's not even that. What did grandma grow up in?
My mom and dad still live in a 1,000 square foot house.
Amanda was raised in a home in Detroit. It was probably 900 square feet, and her grandfather had a family of 6 in that house.
That's cute.
No upstairs.
My dad had
No upstairs.
Remember, my dad grew up as a coal miner kid.
Yeah,
so he had a
that's
2-bedroom.
a far extreme, though. Yeah, that's like a far extreme. Like, I'm sure we could go to like Tijuana and see some crazy living condition, but like that's a far extreme.
I think it was like 600 or 700 square feet.
And there's
14
14 of them.
14
Yeah,
kids.
you are on your way
16
to like
total.
You are on your way to just like that's not even comparable. That's colonial living almost at that point. Like
No
in which,
heat.
yeah. See,
No
that's
water.
that's pilgrim times. Yeah, that's one extreme. But the people are like, I need at least 2,300 square feet.
No.
It's a lot of roof.
It's a
That's
lot of
that's
cleaning.
That's a lot of cleaning. That's a
Of
lot.
course.
It's a lot of doors that wiggle. That's a
Call
lot-
call DTE.
Yeah.
Call DTE and ask them what your heating and cooling.
Yeah, it'd be
bill would
$500 for heat, probably 600 maybe. Yeah, my.
Double.
I mean, that's what it costs me to heat. It's 2,000. But our upstairs is freezing. Like it's like probably when it's bedtime, dog. Like I have a heated blanket.
The kids are
like, yeah.
yeah.
No, they're cold. Yeah, they're cold. Yeah, like it's not like cozy. That's why we had the fire. And like we did the fireplace and let the heat rise up there to at least get it up to 58. Like it's cold up there, dog. Like
Poor Scarlett's got frozen.
she's all right.
snot,
I mean,
you know?
they're fine. They snuggle up, but I have a heated blanket because there's no insulation up there either. But again, you sleep up there, dog. Like who cares,
Well, heat rises, so they should be fine.
That was my take, and they're alive. You wouldn't know. All right, so 54K.
Don't do it.
I'd say, you know what's I think strange. Let me know your thoughts, and Let me know if we need to change the subject. Why is the answer like there needs to be home reform? There needs to be whatever. Why can't the answer just be like go earn more money?
Or be content with what
Or
you
be
can afford.
content. Or be content. Well, yeah. If
I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. At 54, you can afford a 175 house and be comfortable.
I wouldn't feel great with that though. Like 54. I wouldn't feel great.
I
What's the
wouldn't-
payment? Yeah, what's the payment on $175,000? It's probably
1,500
$1,800.
19,
15,
yeah.
16, 175?
I'm a Jordan. I think it's
18,
18, 1900.
No.
Dude, I will
Yeah.
I will pull out a calculator right now because in Wayne County certainly it's because
Yeah.
in
Oh,
fact
for sure.
I think
Yeah.
I sold it was 190 and it was like $2,000. It was the payment. And it was like 195 and he got down payment assistance and so it's like $150,000 house is probably closer to 1,500. I'm gonna get. We should rather than guessing. Let's just pull it.
Yeah.
Let's say here. I'll pull up some stuff. You pulling it out too, Jordan? Let's see because
hard.
it's been a minute. Let's see here, so that people can see what I can see. I'm gonna drag this over, and for those following along at home, you can go to mortgage. How do you spell mortgage?
MRT.
Calculate. There we go. All right.
What? We're doing 5% for the down payment.
Let's do
I think
3.5. Let's do 3.5. All right. See if she's doing FHA. I mean, yeah, I know
Well,
she
if
had
you have-
7 again. So let's do 175,000,
interest rate.
and we'll do 3.5%. Interest rate. Well, it's probably 6.5 at the
That's
moment.
what I put,
Yeah.
6.5.
So 30 years. Property tax on that house probably going to be $4,000.
More than that. At
40
175.
I'm
you're at
doing
5.
175,000.
Come on.
What's the millage
Hold
rate? What's the
on.
millage rate?
You know
Millage
you
rate
At
is 52.
175.
Divide by 2 times 50. Divide by.
Hold on.
175.
I bet.
Divided
What
by 2
city were they
times
looking
like-
at?
point
Because I can
five.
look
she
up.
didn't give us, right? So that.
At 54 mils, which is more than fair, that's a $4,700.
So I said
So
5
divided by
grand.
12,
okay,
393.
So property tax 4,700 a year. Property PMI exists. Homeowners insurance, we'll call it. I'll be generous and call it 1,200 a year. It's not going to be 1,200 a year. It's probably okay. We'll call it 1,300 a year.
Oh, yeah, because they didn't get the numbers you wanted?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Fine. All right. Fine.
Well, I'm
Gary.
not
I'll
trying
do
to-
1,000.
No,
dog.
Josh-
Like,
what's
No,
Josh-
I'd say,
yeah.
I'd say 1,300 is fine.
Okay.
Seriously. It's fine.
1,300
1650 is what I got.
for 175.
For
I got
175.
1637.
So I said.
Okay,
guys were
I
above-
was off a little bit. Yeah, I think I said 18, 19.
Yeah.
But okay, so but now, so then 1637. Let's do. Where's my calculator?
And that's if you get your tax at 47 and 1,500 for insurance.
4,700 is more than fair. That's at 54 mils. That's.
Where's my calculator? Here we go. So we've got 54,000. What are they paying in taxes? 20%?
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does. For their take home.
But FHA doesn't go off take home. They go off
I go off take home. I'm just saying, like so. 50, so you're at 43,000, 43,200 take home divided by 12 is 3,600 minus what do we say? What was it?
Just
Is
say
it
20.
minus 1637.
yeah.
It's minus 1637 is 1963 left divided by 4 weeks in a month. You got $490 a week.
to survive.
Divided by 7 days. So you can spend $70 a day on heat,
Gas,
clothes,
electric,
gas,
water,
electric, water,
maintenance on your car,
Hulu,
filling the
maintenance
gas
on your
up.
car. Yeah,
You're not feeling it?
2,000. You're not doing much. You're going to work. That's what you're doing. Like,
Yeah.
honestly,
You're living to survive.
You're going.
The crazy thing is too is people will work overtime and then get pre-approved based off their overtime and then stop working overtime because they finally got the house and then it was just they're just like, well, I can't afford it, and we're like, yeah, that's why I told you not to base your income off overtime. I don't like including overtime.
No, you shouldn't.
Because unless
you
you
gotta
planned
keep-
on
you gotta
working overtime the next 30 years
Yeah.
or you're going to get a pay increase. But
So here's where I can stop sharing this. I'm blocking you out with this screen
yeah,
share.
it's okay. It's my
So it's all right. So Jerry was actually closer than I was. Well, but I feel like we were using 190.
Shocked.
Okay,
No.
all right. But there's a threshold, right? Like, because what's rent? I feel like rent is $1,500.
Rent's $1,500 now.
Anywhere you go, dude. Like anywhere. I mean,
Though I
just
do have a
about.
1-bedroom in Trenton. If anybody's looking,
Do you?
It's a condo, $700.
That's it's not rented yet. How do you not have that rented yet?
Dude, I don't know. It's a
condo. What are the
no,
HOAs?
It doesn't matter. You're not paying it.
How big?
It's a 1-bedroom.
That doesn't answer my. I mean,
650,
I mean,
700
six, yeah.
probably.
so that's a single dude. I'm at $700 a month. I mean, that's cheap. If I was single, I would hop on that.
And you'd be neighbors with his buyer.
I'm not a fan of Trenton personally, but yeah, they yeah, that is cheap. Why is
seriously.
it? Why is it so cheap? 1 bedroom.
It's an apartment style condo, so that's basically an apartment.
Okay.
But honestly, for somebody looking for shelter,
Shelter. Thank you. Yeah.
at
yeah.
700, where are you going for 700?
Nowhere.
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 No. Yeah. So
Huh. Interesting.
And that's going to include some of your utilities. I can't remember which ones.
Okay,
but
there we go. And my sister, they just moved and they were in Wyandotte, and dude, they were in at like $750. They were grandfathered in. The guy bought it for a song back in the day. He didn't care. It was just,
the problem is, and this is another problem, totally off topic, but the problem is when that landlord passes or moves and sells it, the taxes are going to end up going up because the taxes are going to go off of the sale price, and all of a sudden it's impossible for that new landlord to keep those same rents and pay bills, let alone make a profit.
Yeah. What's a problem for the tenants?
It's a problem for everybody.
Yeah,
it really is, because now the new land, because I'm looking at a property right now, and the tenant has been in there for 35 years.
Oh, wow.
It's a commercial building, and they told me what they're paying, and
Is
I'm
that
like,
in Flat Rock?
no, this is towards Monroe.
It's a commercial.
And I said, they're like, I said, when is your lease up? And they were very, very cool. Like, we don't want to move, we love it here. And it, it's a doctor, it's a practice. And I said, he said it was at the end of the year that their rent is or their lease is up, and then they're going to go to a new month to month. And they told me their rent, and I kind of like, and they're like, would it go up? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I would lose money.
They'd have to. Yeah, of course.
So I gave him the dollar amount that it would, at a minimum, go up. I said, off the top of my head, just doing really quick math, you're looking at this dollar amount, which is about
probably double.
No, it was about a 20% increase.
Oh, that's not bad.
In their rent.
Over 35 years for a rent to go up 20%?
I'm sure
They've been
the
going up
previous,
3%,
they have gone up, but there's no way that I would be able to.
All right, so we got one final one. My favorite. Moving to Downriver, Michigan by Such Bandicoot 5415. I'm currently located in Miami. Oh man, it's like what a crazy. Got accepted into UDM Dental, University of Detroit Dental.
Mercy.
Okay.
Mercy.
University. Okay. And I'm moving this month. My boyfriend and I are planning on buying a house instead of wasting money on rent. Our realtor told us about the Downriver area being a bit more affordable and not being that bad. We've seen some houses in Lincoln Park near a place called the Plaza at Lincoln Park. So,
they've got a really good liquidation
didn't
spot.
Didn't they buy? Didn't that get bought out by a big California company?
I thought somebody did buy it out, but I just joked because that's where
it's just a trampoline
liquidation
park. That's all I know it as now. It's just
there's a trampoline park. There's like a paintball thing in there. There's like an appliance
eye doctor in
store
there.
in there.
There's an eye doctor in the plaza.
It's that
I don't know.
It's that one like 1-800 for $35 eye exams.
And then there's a liquidation place in there which I used to go to religiously.
I used to right next to it. Isn't there like a Salvation Army, like St. Paul's something?
No, I don't think that's there anymore.
Oh, they moved. Oh, yeah. Well, that was rough. Like it walked in, it smelled like mold and left. Just wanted to know what you guys think about Lincoln Park. I was reading some threads about why not being better, but was wondering what's so bad about Lincoln Park. Anything would help since I have no idea which areas are good and bad. Also, are there any other suburb? And he wants to buy.
Yeah.
Like rent for a year, dog. Like you'll figure it out. Like that. I'm not buying any. No.
And that's a hard thing when you're moving it. I mean, and that's one it's hard when you're moving in from an out of area and you're asking what city. I mean, your agent really has to get to know you, and even then it's going to be hard. I mean, I don't like telling people what cities. I mean, I might ask you some questions like, do you like a downtown feel? Because then you may, you know what, you may like Wyandotte more.
That's what people are saying. That they're, Lincoln Park's a working class, nothing particularly bad about it. It's just a dated, aging area without a whole lot of I mean, there's not much there. It's like Southgate. Like, I'm a Southgate resident. I can't be like, come on down. We got a lot going on. Like, there's not much happening in Southgate. Wyandotte, you at least have, if you like the.
If you like,
I'm not a downtown scene guy, but yeah, Wyandottes got, and you got the river, which is cool.
Which I don't like Wyandotte personally because I don't like driving 30 minutes to get anywhere.
Dude, you can't get there.
So,
like, it's like I'm on Eureka forever.
It's not really friendly. And then you got I don't know, I think 36 or 37 different railroad tracks. They're going to block
There's
you.
There's a lot. I'll say this. I grew up in Lincoln Park, moved to Oakland County later in life. Now living in that area, that's essentially Oakland's Lincoln Park. And I honestly yearn for living in Wyandotte at this point. It's nicer houses, super walkable downtown that's more full of businesses than not. Riverfront, it's rad. Wyandotte is a good choice. So there, yeah. I mean, especially if he's from Miami, and I don't know Miami. I've only been to I've been to South Beach. I've been to like wherever the port is, like right there, like the main scene.
Listen,
I would imagine there's parts of Miami. One, my financial goals are to be able to afford to live in Miami. Like, it's got to be some of the most expensive real estate on the planet. Just the cost of living, from what I've heard, right? Like we went there. Did we grab dinner? I had a Cuban sandwich. I feel like I paid $35 for this Cuban sandwich. Like, it was the most expensive food I've ever had. And
I'm not a Miami fan.
Yeah,
I'm not any big city fan.
Yeah, I could. No, New York's
just
hard
culturally,
pass.
I'm not a Miami.
Yeah, fan. Oh yeah, culture. Well, you're just.
Yeah, we can't.
What about it? Yeah,
no, just not a fan.
It's a very rich.
Yeah.
Like just the mentality. I mean, you have a lot of old money there too. A lot of old money.
There's
Everybody's
a
driving.
lot of. Can we say drug money? Is that
That's
a lot of drug money coming in? Yeah.
I mean, you had a lot of. I mean, everybody was driving something fancy. Everybody looked a certain way, and it was. I didn't like Miami.
I'm reading other people's perspectives of downriver. Dude, Wyandotte is getting praised. Like I maybe it's because I'm so close to it. Like they are.
The millennial. I mean, everybody.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Boasting Wyandotte up here, man. Like
it's Reddit.
Yeah, Lincoln Park a little less, but it's fine. Yeah, Wyandotte. I just spend a lot of time in Wyandotte. I will. Here's what I will say: if you like being,
it's like Royal
in
Oak.
the middle. Yeah. Well, you legit, dude. If you're like, hey, Fox, I've got a condo for you right downtown Royal Oak. I don't know if I would take it. I would rent it out. Like I'm not.
Yeah.
No, because I will say there's always something going on downtown at Wyandotte. Like every weekend there's something cool, right? Or something going on. But at some point I'm just like, dude, leave me alone. Like I don't want there to be noises and parties and ragers and I don't want the city life.
Which I'm kind of shocked, honestly, that Trenton hasn't done more with their downtown area.
You would, do they want to turn it? Wyandotte is a party town. I mean, really, it's attracting millennial partiers. Like,
but it's better than a dead downtown.
Trenton's is dead. Yeah, I would agree.
And it's dead. You're not going to go. You're not going to open up a business on Jefferson because of the booming downtown.
I would agree.
You know what I'm saying? So from a business standpoint and a city standpoint, they need to do something to attract businesses and to make it a more robust place to be.
I'm trying to think of what is downtown in Trenton. Like
West Jefferson by Elizabeth Park.
I know where. I'm trying to think of what businesses are there. Like there's the barbecue joint. You got Truago's. You've got
I think they're starting to, because I mean you've got that new Mexican place
on
right
the
there
south
next
end.
to the Elizabeth Park.
You've got a couple of little things. Once you get north of
that is Mamacitas. That is good. No, that's
says the white guy.
Anyways. Well, how would you pronounce it? Mamacitas.
No. I'm talking about the good. We just I mean it was okay.
Oh, you didn't like. Okay, what? It was. I also like Taco Bell, so it was good for a guy who likes Taco Bell. Okay, so They opened up a speakeasy called Don't Tell Mama. I think it's underneath.
Really?
Yeah, which is kind of cool. Cool. It's kind of a cool vibe. But yeah, that's across from that. That's across. Yeah, Wyandottes winning. And he says Ferndale's really nice too, but not far from UDM at all. It really is.
Yeah.
It really is.
Well, no, maybe
Now,
not from.
Wyandotte, because you can just take Jefferson straight down, so it's really not that bad.
Wyandottes not. Ferndale is.
Yes.
Yeah. Ferndale.
Ferndale.
Yeah. Who's
Actually, I had a client who was looking in Grosio, or he was looking at the northern suburbs. Doctor coming in from Ann Arbor, and he couldn't make up his mind. And I really didn't want to be going to the northern suburbs, right, just because of the time. And I said, well, do this. For 1 week, go from your job downtown Detroit, drive here to Grosio. Then from your job downtown Detroit, drive to the northern suburbs where you're thinking of moving. And 2 weeks later, he came back and said, we're going to Grosio.
Yeah.
Because he could get
Traffic.
home so much faster
Of course,
from
traffic's
downtown.
rough, dude.
Oh,
like
it was
even
horrible.
out this way, like when I come to coach out here, like near Canton, like if I need to be here by 5, I'm just gonna be here by 3 because who knows what 275 is gonna turn into. Like,
it's a cluster.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I am shocked, by the way, at this. Like the amount.
You'd
of
be
people.
surprised.
I am.
A lot
I am.
of people
I
like
am
Wyandotte.
shocked and appalled. Currently live in Wyandotte. I would not allow. Born and raised Detroiter, which adds that context, adds so much to the currently live in Wyandotte. I would not allow a single known person in my family or circle of friends to move to Lincoln Park, especially around the old Sears Robux Plaza, which they're redoing. I saw the Chick-fil-A is coming there. If you don't mind that, us folks in Wyandotte go to Lincoln Park for all. I'm sorry. If you don't mind that us folks in Wyandotte go to Lincoln Park for all our extracurricular party favors that are hustled in that area, by all means, move on in.
Well,
So he's
one,
saying they deal drugs in Lincoln Park? Is that what he's implying?
Sure. I mean, like
They
there's
deal
no,
drugs.
I guess, like there's no
For the record, my guy.
nothing happens in Wyandotte.
My wife
okay?
was a nurse at Wyandotte Hospital. Let's not throw stones in a glass house. Okay.
Well, I
one
was
thing
just going to
too-
say, it's okay for them to go and buy it.
Yeah,
but-
like if you don't mind the folks, that's great. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Toledo, I drive to Toledo for work daily. Wyandotte isn't the best compared to the route getting to Toledo.
What's that have to do with anything?
I don't know. Like that's the wildest comment I've read in a minute. Allen Park would be much better than Lincoln Park. It's a nice, but your price is gonna go up. Like so your price,
Yeah, the price point's going to be better in Lincoln Park compared to Wyandotte. And like any city, I mean, you've got pockets that are more questionable than others.
Yeah.
But
I would say Andy's comparing two different places in Lincoln Park. They're one
Oh, yeah.
north of Southfield.
I
near
agree.
The Sears building,
I agree.
and
Yeah.
two just off of Fort Street in the plaza where you're butting up against Allen Park and Wyandotte.
Yeah,
So
I think it's across the street, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
Wyandotte
it
is. Yeah.
Wyandotte's right there. So I mean, you could be. I mean, there's
you could literally throw a ball.
yeah, from Lincoln
Yeah.
Park to Wyandotte, especially if you're talking on the east side
Yeah,
of Fort
yeah,
Street,
yeah.
is just here's Wyandotte, here's Lincoln Park. So
Yeah, because let's talk about Ecorse Road in Wyandotte.
Yeah.
Like if
Um,
he's like, yeah, that's.
But I mean, if you're on like Emmons and Lincoln Park or streets like that, I mean, some of those houses are worth more than houses in Wyandotte because you have a little bit more, brickwork done on the exterior, and they look nicer and they're larger homes. So
Sure.
yeah, I don't know. And I lived in Lincoln Park. It's not that bad. My car only got
dude, it's like anything
debadged
else.
once,
It's like
okay?
it's like anything else, man. I think if you are, it depends how much you're. If they're, it's her and her boyfriend.
Fiance.
Yeah, her and her fiance. If you're not home, like it's you'll be fine. Like if you're not home a lot, then you don't really. It's the one thing if it like I have to. Even when we move, Amanda is home a good portion of the time. So like I gotta like make sure for her safety and things like that. But like if you're like, hey, we both work and we're only home to sleep, you're gonna be fine. Mind your own business. No one's gonna bother you. That's general rule, like wherever you live. All right, so that's it, fam. As far as this episode of the Keeping It Real Estate podcast, We have no real announcements as far as grants coming up. I can expect some. We can expect some maybe hopefully in the coming
month.
year. Yeah. Next month, you said?
They usually start out the
Usually at the beginning of the year they
next
start.
Okay. All right.
gotta get funded.
But if you want to, like I had someone this week, they came to me at class and they're like, can we talk about what it would look like to buy next year? Now's a great time to have those conversations.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because he was talking about credit repair. He was talking about paying some things off. He was talking about, he was talking about, he's a salesman and he could, how much he chose to show this year. Which, when you're, because they don't look at returns though. I mean, they do, but they also look at W-2s.
No, they base off. Well, I mean, is he a W-2 or 1099?
Is he a 1099?
He's insurance, so I would assume probably W-2, right?
I mean, if he's talking
Yeah.
about how much does he want to show in his income, it sounds like he's probably a 1099.
I mean, he and I were just talking because I was like, how much do you show this year? He's like 60, and I said, how much do you show next year? He's like, quite a bit more. I was like, because 60 you'll qualify for low income, right? He's got, I mean,
Gotcha.
yeah. So I don't know if I put him in touch with the lender I was like, talk to him. He's the one he's the one giving you the money. So but like that could be like if you're on that that threshold, right, and you plan to make a drastic jump in your income next year, definitely have that conversation now because you could miss out on that. Could be the difference between qualifying or disqualifying you for like 10, 20 grand or so.
Yeah.
So. But all right, fam. Appreciate y'all. Leave comments. Send anything. Synergy Realty Group in Woodhaven, and we will help you find a home in Lincoln Park or Wyandotte, whichever
right.
whichever one you want. I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next week.